Assalamu alaikum. Hi students and friends, this is your host and teacher Sayyid Yazuddin Haidar. You're watching Learn and Teach by Sir Ayaz. I'm making this video for grade 7 science. This video session on the worksheets which will help them do better in the final exam. So let's start with the video. Question number 1, state true or false, rewrite the false statement to make it correct. Number 1, particles of gas can flow. The particles of gas are far away from each other, so it means they can flow. So this statement is correct. So you write true here. Number 2, the nucleus of an atom is electrically neutral. The statement is false. The reason is that in the nucleus of an atom, it contains positively charged particles known as protons and neutral particles known as neutrons. So due to the presence of positively charged particles known as protons, the nucleus of an atom should be electrically positive. Should be electrically positive. So the right statement for this, after adding false, you will write nucleus of an atom contains positively charged particles, which are protons, and neutral particles, which are neutrons. Number 3, rusting of iron is a chemical change. This statement is also true because during rusting of iron, new substance is produced, which is iron 3 oxide, iron oxide. You can even write iron oxide. It's actually hydrated iron oxide. Number 4, energy is not needed for the process of photosynthesis. The statement is wrong. So you'll write false here because energy is needed. It comes from the sun. So you can write energy from the sun is needed for the process of photosynthesis. Number 5, solar furnaces are white to trap heat energy from the sun. This is false. So we write false. The reason is that white bodies, they reflect heat. So it should be black or dark in color in order to trap heat. So you'll write solar furnaces are black to trap heat. Number B, match the column. We have carbon dioxide, oxygen, and nitrogen. The percentage of carbon dioxide in air is 0.03%. So what about oxygen? Oxygen is 21% and nitrogen is 78%. Question for worksheet number 2. The circle in the diagram below represents different types of atoms. State whether each of the following diagrams represents an element, compound, or a mixture. The first diagram, you can see the size of the atoms are same. They join together to form a molecule. So it's a molecule of the element. So you write element here. If you look at in the second diagram, you have different size circles. So it means they are representing compound. In case of third one, you can see different sizes of atoms joining together. So these two are same and these two are same. So same, for example, it's a element. Second one same, it's a compound. So I will write C here. And we have atoms of elements. Atoms of different elements. So it means it's a mixture. So you write mixture here. B. Write down the names and chemical symbols of Mg and Pt. No need to write the symbols. Symbols are there. Mg represents magnesium. And Pt represents platinum. C. Write down the chemical symbol of mercury. It's Hg. So now we have worksheet number 3. That's question number 1. A. When dilute sulfuric acid is added to a substance X, a gas which extinguishes a lighted splint with a pop sound is given off. Identify the gas produced. So whenever metal is reacted with acid, a gas is produced which extinguishes with a pops up sound, and that gas must be hydrogen. So you write a hydrogen here. Moving to next question. Number 2, besides the gas, another product formed from this chemical reaction is magnesium sulfate. Suggest what substance X is. Magnesium sulfate. So acid is sulfuric acid. We have X reacted with sulfuric acid. One of the product is hydrogen gas. And the other product, it must be salt. Now, what salt you will get? If you have sulfuric acid, you will get sulfate. Salt produced. If acid is sulfuric acid, you will get sulfate. Should be metal sulfate. If you have hydrochloric acid, you must get metal chloride. What if you have nitric acid? You will get metal nitrate. So here we have acid, sulfuric acid. So the salt must be metal sulfate and X must be magnesium. It must be magnesium. So if you have magnesium as a metal, so X must be magnesium. Then the salt must be magnesium sulfate when it's reacted with sulfuric acid. Write a word equation for the above chemical reaction. So word equation must be, it's up to you whether you write X or Mg. Magnesium, I mean. Plus sulfuric acid. The product magnesium sulfate plus hydrogen gas. D. What are the products formed when fossil fuels burn in sufficient supply of oxygen? Whenever fossil fuels are burned in sufficient supply of oxygen, you will get two products, that is carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water. For water, you are even allowed to write or steam. So you can write carbon dioxide and steam for this one. Number C, write down the product formed when the following pairs of substance react. Number 1, glucose and oxygen gas. This is the reaction which takes place in our body. It's a respiration reaction. So glucose plus oxygen. We will always get two products, that is carbon dioxide along with steam or water. Some energy is also given out, but they have not talked about all the substances produced. They are just asking about the products produced. Number 2, potassium and bromine. Potassium is a metal, bromine is a non-metal. So whenever metal is reacted with a non-metal, they will produce salts. So in this case, what you will get? You will get potassium bromide. Potassium bromide. Whenever you are writing the name of the salt, remember you have to write the name of metal first. In this case, it's potassium. So I'm writing potassium. I'm starting with potassium. For the other substance, which is non-metal here, bromine is a non-metal. I'm writing here non-metal. What you will do in the end, you will remove, you will end the name on ide. Here it's bromide. If it was chlorine, then you have to write chloride. In case of oxygen, you will write oxide. It's a metal. It's a salt. Question number 2. Write down 2 ways to conserve energy when the air conditioner when using the air conditioner. So you can use any renewable source of energy. Use any renewable resource, not non-renewable resource like fossil fuel. Like solar, biomass, geothermal, tidal, or any other. Number 2, explain how plants obtain their food. The process is photosynthesis. So you write photosynthesis. That is using carbon dioxide and water. From air, plant releases oxygen and make their food. Which is glucose. Worksheet number 4. Identify the animals given in the diagram below and answer the given questions. So it's a shark. Number 2, vertebrate or invertebrate. Shark is a fish and fishes are vertebrate. So you write vertebrate. Class fishes or fish, both are acceptable. Any true characteristics. Now you have to write any 2 characteristics of fish. any two of fishes. Like you can write streamlined bodies streamlined bodies which help them swim in water. Gills for breathing. Scales on the skin for protection. The cold-blooded. So you write cold-blooded. Or body temperature is not constant. Body temperature is not constant. You can even write body temperature changes with surrounding. They live in water. So you write live in water. Most reproduce by laying eggs. Don't write all reproduce by laying eggs because this is an incorrect statement. Sharks even they don't lay eggs. They live birth to live young ones. Examples of any other animal of same class. Any. Like clownfish. Goldfish. Salmon. Etc. It's a totally knowledge-based question. B. Identify the animal above. It's a sparrow. State some common characteristics. Sparrow is a bird. So you'll write common characteristics like it has beaks and wings. It has feathers. It is warm-blooded. Or you can write maintain a constant body temperature. It lay eggs. With hard shells. Etc. Last worksheet, which is worksheet number 6, multiple choice questions. Number 1, in batteries, dash energy is converted to electrical energy. It's chemical energy. A moss is a vascular plant, flowering plants, non-flowering seed plants, non-vascular plants. It's a non-vascular plant. Number 3, which of the following electrical appliances make use of the heating effect of an electric current? Air conditioner, fan, refrigerator, electric kettle. Yeah, it's an electrical appliance which is making use of the heating effect of an electric current. So it must be D. Number 4, which of the following animals is a mammal? Shark, whale, crocodile, hen. Whale is mammal because it feed its young with its milk. Number 5, which of the following is a chemical reaction brought about by heat? A. Decomposition of limestone. B. Evaporation of liquid nitrogen gas. C. Rusting of iron. D. Decomposition of water. First of all, you have to identify which of these are chemical reaction. This is chemical reaction. Number 1 is chemical reaction. Number 2 is not chemical reaction. Rusting of iron is also chemical reaction. Decomposition of water, it is also chemical reaction. In all these 3 cases, you have new products obtained. Now in the question, they are saying which of the following is a chemical reaction brought about by heat, which means you have to provide heat. It must be decomposition of limestone. Limestone is calcium carbonate. It will decompose when you heat it. Number 6, when electric charges move through electrical conductor, there is a production of A. Electric cell, B. Electric circuit, C. Electric current, D. Electric charge. It must be electric current. Current is produced whenever electric charge moves through any electrical conductors. Number 7, which of the following elements is non-malleable? Remember, non-metals are non-malleable. Non-malleable is the substance which does not change its shape on hammering. Malleable are those substances which change its shapes. Metals are malleable. Metals and alloys. Alloys are mixture of metals, are malleable. So in the question they are saying non-malleable. So you have to look on the element which of one of this is non-metal. Calcium, it's a metal. So this is incorrect. B. Iron, it's also a metal, it's incorrect. C. Copper, it's also a metal, it's also incorrect. D. Iodine, it's correct. So D must be the right answer in this case. Number 8, when baking soda, which is sodium carbonate, is mixed with vinegar, a gas is produced. What is this gas? Sodium carbonate, it's a metal carbonate. Metal, sodium is a metal. Metal carbonate. What about vinegar? Vinegar is an acid. It contains acetic acid. So you write acid here. So simply you have the reaction between metal carbonate and acid. So whenever metal carbonate reacts with acid, you will get 3 products. One of the product must be salt, or you can even write metal salt plus water, and there is a gas produced. You see the name carbonate, you must get carbon dioxide gas. So I will write carbon dioxide. So C must be the right answer for number 8. Number 9, tidal energy is a lunar based source of energy, geothermal based source of energy, solar based source of energy, earth based source of energy. It must be earth based source of energy, but because it's due to the C, which is earth based. Solar based mean it is coming from sun. Geothermal based mean it's related to rocks. Lunar base means related to moon. Number 10. Glucose is broken down into different simpler substances when heated. What term will describe glucose? Glucose, it must be a compound. The reason is that it is broken down in different simpler substances. We are not talking about the number of simpler substances. They are saying different simpler substances, which means we are getting new substance. So it must be compound. It can't be atom or molecule made up of same element. So these choices are incorrect. B incorrect, C incorrect, none of these incorrect. A must be the right answer in this case. Thanks for watching. Press like and subscribe my video. For more notifications, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.